All right, we've reached the top of the hour, so we will begin. Welcome. Glad you're here. Wherever you're joining from today, whatever you've got going on in the background of your life, you've set aside a little time, and that's not a small thing. So go ahead and settle in. If you can, let your feet find the floor. Let your back find some support, and let your eyes close, or simply soften your gaze and point it a little bit downward. Let your spine find a tall but easy line, lifted but not rigid. Let your shoulders settle slowly, like setting down a bag you've been carrying longer than you realized. Just set it down. Your hands resting in your lap, a little spaciousness in the chest. And now the breath. Just watch it for a few moments. You don't have to fix it or improve it, just let it move. Like watching a light shift slowly across a wall on a quiet morning. No hurry, no agenda. Your breath knows what it's doing. Breathing in, I am here. Breathing out, I soften toward the world. Breathing in, I am here. Breathing out, I open. We'll spend our time today on a word that gets a lot of use, but not always a lot of unpacking, and that word is compassion. Most of us know it when we see it. Someone sitting with a person who's grieving, not trying to fix anything, just being there. A neighbor who shows up without being asked. A stranger who stops when someone needs a hand. We know it when it's offered to us, and we know the ache of its absence. But the real thing is a little more particular than we sometimes think, and today that's what we'll sit with. There's a difference between pity and compassion, and that difference matters. Pity looks down. It keeps a careful distance and says, how unfortunate for them. It holds a little space between you and the person who is struggling because that space feels safe and manageable. Compassion does something harder. Compassion looks across. Pema Chodron, the Buddhist teacher who has written so honestly about the inner life, says something I keep coming back to. She says compassion is not the relationship between the healer and the wounded. It's a relationship between equals. Equals. Not I have what you need, not I'm doing fine and you are not, but rather we are both here. We are both carrying something. We are both tender in places we don't always show. And it is from that recognition, that shared humanness, that real compassion arises. Here's what that requires of us. You first have to be willing to acknowledge your own tender place. That you too have hard mornings, that you've known loss, uncertainty. the particular weight of being human on a day when being human feels heavy. That underneath what you present to the world, there is softness. Chodron calls this the gentle and genuine heart of sadness. And she says that soft place isn't a weakness, it's a doorway. Because it's exactly that tenderness in you, the part that has known grief, known uncertainty, known the ache of wanting things to be different, that allows you to feel it in the person beside you. Your own tender places are your compass toward other people's. I want to share a few lines of poetry from the Palestinian-American poet Naomi Shihab. It's from her poem called Kindness. She writes, "Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment." And later in the poem, "Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you." You must see how this could be you. Not how sad for them, but that could be me in another life, on another day. That is me. That recognition, the willingness to collapse the distance between yourself and another person's difficulty, that's what compassion actually is. Not pity, not a hand extended from safe ground, but standing on common ground. Bring to mind someone you've crossed paths with in the past few days. Not a close friend, someone more at arm's length. A checkout clerk, a neighbor you waved to, a driver on the highway, a person you passed in the hall, someone you encountered briefly in the ordinary way we move through each other's days. Hold their face gently in mind, the way they looked, what you noticed about them even in passing. And now, this is the practice. Let yourself quietly wonder, what might this person be carrying today that I couldn't see? Maybe they didn't sleep well. Maybe there's news sitting heavy on them. Maybe they're holding something together for someone they love and nobody's asked how they're doing in a long time. You don't need to know the whole story. You just need to make a little room for the possibility that there is one. And now, from somewhere inside you, quietly, offer them something. May you be all right today. May the weight you're carrying find some ease. May something good find its way to you. Compassion doesn't start as a flood. It starts as a trickle. One face, one quiet wish, one small turning of the heart in someone's direction. That's how it begins. As we start to bring our awareness back, some thoughts to carry with you. Compassion isn't a grand project. It happens in the margins of ordinary days. In the fraction of a second, when you look at another person and instead of moving past them, you let yourself wonder. The cashier who seems far away. The neighbor who's been quieter than usual. The person in line who's moving slowly. They're all carrying something. We all are. And most of the time, we're too busy to remember it. So here we practice remembering. And then we take that back out with us. Move to a few affirmations to close. Just let these resonate in any way that feels right for you. And if some don't land, just let them go. I see the struggle in others because I know struggle myself. I see the struggle in others because I know struggle myself. Compassion begins when I look across instead of down. Compassion begins when I look across instead of down. I can offer a quiet wish for someone's ease without needing to know their whole story. I can offer a quiet wish for someone's ease without needing to know their whole story. My own tender places are a doorway into the lives of others. My own tender places are a doorway into the lives of others. The things that have made me most human make me most capable of compassion. The things that have made me most human make me most capable of compassion. And one more. Every small turning of the heart toward another person is a practice worth making. Every small turning of the heart toward another person is a practice worth making. Just allow everything to settle. Take a few moments to just absorb our session today. After a bit of a pause, I'll tap the bowl again as a signal that we can begin our way back to our day. As the sound of the bowl fades, gently let your attention return to your body. Bring a bit of gentle movement to your body, maybe wiggling toes and fingers, maybe turning head side to side or rolling your shoulders, whatever feels good. Notice the weight of you wherever you're sitting, and just take a nice deep breath and let it go. And when you're ready, slowly, softly let your eyes reopen and let the light back in. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for making a little room in your hearts for yourselves and for each other. That willingness is not nothing, it's actually everything. Namaste.